there were some members who thought that given the uncertainty that we have, we should be uncertain as well and do nothing. There were other members who thought that despite the uncertainty, we should move ahead and not have any conditionalities. Okay, so you have both ends of the spectrum. And I think that the proposal that was debated and supported by the executive board and presented by Philip Lane, the chief economist, was this balanced approach of taking into account the baseline produced by staff, acknowledging the inflation numbers that we are seeing now and the inflation outlook that we have for the medium term, to propose a path that reduces net asset purchases, brings us to concluding the net asset purchases under the conditions that data actually confirm the outlook that we are seeing now and that we are seeing in the scenarios produced by staff. So that's what the package was, and it is a package. It's a package of a determination, conditionalities, the removal of the shortly before, which has not been replaced by shortly after, but by sometimes after, so as to delink, and maximum agility and flexibility, as you will have seen in the description of the various instruments, and I think that was published in the press release. And I'm here referring clearly to flexibility that we give ourselves under the PEP reinvestment policy. Speaking of reinvestment, let's not forget that we have a five. I just want to, maybe I'll have the right exact number that I can give you in terms of reinvestment policy under the APP. I thought I had that somewhere. Anyhow, we have more than 5 trillion euros worth of assets that we will be reinvesting over the course of time. So it's not as if we were, tightening monetary policy going forward. We are normalizing monetary policy with the caveats that I have just outlined. Now, obviously, when we look at the medium-term inflation outlook, we also do a risk analysis. And while we are clearly of the view that given the drivers behind inflation, energy predominantly for the moment, supply bottlenecks, food prices increases, and a broader increase of prices in general, which is coming from energy predominantly and translates throughout all the items. Clearly, risks to inflation is to the upside, particularly in the short term, but possibly also in the medium term, but not exclusively, because risk to inflation could also be to the downside. So you mentioned some of the investment projects, some of the fiscal spending that will probably take place over the course of the next few years. And that will certainly continue to push prices up. If anything, it's a good reason that we should stick to our mandate of price stability and of bringing medium-term inflation outlook to our target of 2%. Thank you.